Hey, hey guys, sorry about that. I was dealing with some technical difficulties. Let me get situated here. But hang on. Okay, because it's so much nicer actually when I put an earpiece in. I know you can hear a lot clearer. But guys, tonight I'm going to be going over, some really awesome content. So I don't care what business you're in. I don't care. Uh, Maybe you've been online, trying to make some income. Maybe you have a current business and you're struggling with marketing that business. You're struggling. Maybe you're chasing a lot of friends and family around, and maybe you've been going at that for a very long time. And you could be broke. You could be in debt. You could be hitting that 6 foot big, thick brick wall, and there's a reason why that is. But tonight I really wanted to get to the point because a lot of people are like, Katie, how do you make that kind of income? How do you do those kind of things, right? I mean, how can you just boom, get $3,000 or $4,000 with just in a few days? Well, first of all, I have to make a big, huge, fat income disclaimer. I'm not going to guarantee anybody's results, okay? But what I can do is, if there are some specific steps that you can follow, right? That you can follow. Then I've really narrowed down to 5 things. There could be a couple of more things that you could do, but ultimately, guys, when you come online, you want to keep it really simple. You do. You want to keep it really simple. But I really want to kind of share with you a little bit about my story, and then really get into the details of how you can transform your life over the next 72 hours if you wanted to, right? And here's the thing, though, too, right? These things that I'm going to tell you, right? These things I'm going to tell you, once again, big fat income disclaimer, I'm not going to guarantee your results. I'm not. I don't know what kind of person that you are. I really don't. You could be someone that absolutely, if you're that fantasy person, you want to make all this money, but you're not going to do anything to do it, or you're not going to follow directions. A lot of people don't follow directions. If you're someone that doesn't follow directions, then I would leave this hangout. I really would. I wouldn't even I wouldn't even waste your time, because you would have to do everything that I tell you to do in order to get these kind of results, and you may not get them at all. You may get a big fat goose egg. But here's the thing, I am going to be talking about some things tonight. If you're someone that is a business owner, maybe you have a home business, maybe you have a brick and mortar business, whatever that is, there are going to be some nuggets I'm going to kick out tonight that can absolutely change your life. They can. But I am going to I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I mean, if you're watching this and you know who I am, I love you. And actually, if you don't know who I am, I love you anyways. But I got started online about a year and a half ago, and I have been working for myself for the course. I've been an entrepreneur full time for 5 years successfully. I've had a lot of ups and downs. I've had some failures. I've had some successes. I've gotten to certain points where I've hit big brick walls in front of me, and I've had to learn how to knock them down. I've invested a tremendous amount of time, a tremendous amount of income into the skill sets that I have, and so has, and I'll introduce Emily Giuffre, who's actually one of my business partners. We've been working together for quite some time. We've known each other for a while. Emily also, too, has been online for a very long time. And I'll let her tell, her story and, have her chime in. But, guys, ultimately, I found myself in a position about a year and a half ago where, where I was broke. I was. And I was frustrated because there was no excuse for that, especially because I had a lot of skill sets. I knew how to generate an income. For me, I made a lot of mistakes in business, but a lot of my mistakes was who I was partnering up with. I had unhealthy business relationships, and I always found myself doing all the work and making things happen, and there not being any kind of reciprocation. You know what I mean? And through mentorship and through hiring coaches and through attending dozens of events, you know, because I'm a big believer that no matter what it is that you do, okay, I don't care if you have a corporate job position or if you are an entrepreneur or if you're a mom, if you're a parent, maybe you're just a full-time parent, which is a full-time job, big time. I'm also a mom. I don't care what it is that you do. In order to really truly make it in life with your sanity, you need development. You do. You need personal development, and mentorship is very, very important. So over the course of the last 5 years, well, longer than that, I've invested a lot into myself. But I still found myself in a position where I was frustrated, I was in debt, okay? Even though I had been making a lot of money, I was also spending a lot of money on my business. I was spending a lot of money on travel. I was going all around the place, which, you know, it looked all great and dandy on the outside, but the truth was I was just spending money. It had to stop. I had to stop the bleeding. That's what I had to do. And I was working on a contract that I walked away from that was just wearing me out, and I just finally reached a point where I said, you know what, I just want to be at home full time. I want to just sit in front of my computer, and I would just love to make a full-time income. That's all I want to do. And I had this conversation with myself before I actually came across the system that I work with, right? So here's the thing. About a month later, I find this system. And because I had spent a lot of time dabbling online, like I was teaching myself some things. I actually taught myself how to build my own blog. It took me about a year to do that. I taught myself by using, you know, YouTube videos, and, you know, I would buy certain training products and stuff like that. But once I got my blog set up, it was like, okay, so then how do I get traffic to my blog, right? Yeah, I mean, how does this all really work? And, you know, I see all these people making money online, but like, how do you do that, right? I had no idea. It was just a thought. It was just something that I wanted to do, but I didn't know how to do it until I came across the system. And what is crazy is that I didn't really have the income to invest into another business. I didn't, because I had walked away from a contract. I had left another business that was generating me some income because my business was running me and I wasn't running my business. I really felt lost, and I just felt like I was just done. I was just tired. You know what I mean? And I needed something simple. And this system, I plugged in, and instantly I started following the exact steps and the exact directions of this system. And within my first 30 days, I think I made a little bit over $10,000, and then it just kept growing from there. You know what I mean? And again, income disclaimer: I'm not going to say that you're going to make that. I'm really not, because if you're a person of action, or if you're a person that's lazy, I don't know who you are. I just really don't. So I can't guarantee any results. But I will tell you, I was just in a place where it's like something had to work in my life that didn't exhaust me to death. You know, that didn't drain everything that I had, right? To stay at home and to you know, be with my daughter full time, and heaven forbid have some harmony in my home, right? Because there was a time when, you know, my marriage was struggling, and over the course of training and get a lot of personal development and starting to create more success again, it's definitely created a lot more harmony in the home. So here's the thing. Tonight I'm going to be going over some steps, but first I want to introduce Emily. I'm going to let her talk for a minute, kind of share her story really quick. But tonight I'm going to be going over some steps. So get a pen, get a piece of paper, shut off your Facebook, shut off your Skype, shut off all these things, because I am going to be sharing some nuggets with you that radically can shift any business online. It really can. I'm going to be talking about some things that I personally do with this system, but you really can be applying these things anywhere, okay, anywhere. And I'm going to show you some really awesome stuff. So if you got to go get a pen and paper, do that now. Get some water. If you got to go to the bathroom really quick, go to the bathroom or whatever. But we're starting. But first, I want to introduce my business partner, Emily. She's someone that has proven herself to be not only successful online, right? But Emily has a story that has impacted thousands of people, and she has overcome. Emily's a true overcomer. She, you know, when something brand new comes in front of her, she is someone that knows how to dig her heels in, get to work, and create some results, right? And not only that, but she's a fantastic writer. She has a book. Emily, you should share your book. You got to get a hold of this book. She's overcome a lot of things. She really has. And she's going to continue to impact people. She really is. She's going to continue to impact people. Her story has helped just tons of people, you know, all around the world. And so, Emily, I want you to share a little bit of your story and how this system, you know, has helped you.
Awesome. Thanks, Katie.
Awesome.
It means a lot to me.
It means a lot to me.
I never really know where to start, but I guess I should start. But I guess the book that I wrote, has to do with an experience I had at 12 years of age, with eating anorexia. With anorexia. Echo?
Yeah. Yeah, you got to echo. Yeah, you got to echo.
I don't hear it. I don't hear it. I don't hear an echo. I don't hear an echo. Is it going to mess up the recording?
Well, I don't know why it's doing that. I muted my side for a second, so that wasn't it.
Is it like a delay?
Yeah, it's like a delay
echo.
Maybe I should close my door.
Let's see. I don't have any other Google Hangout thing open. Can you still hear the echo?
Do you have your blog up?
I don't.
Yeah, I can still hear it. Shoot. Try muting yourself and then coming back in really quick.
Okay. Muting it. Just muting it.
You know what? Let me.
Won't let me mute myself.
All right. Why is that doing that? Shoot. All right. Try again.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me? Is it still echoing?
Yeah, shoot. Gosh darn it. Why is it doing that?
What is the recording?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be the recording.
I mean, like the recording should be okay, though, right?
The recording, it should be okay. I don't know if it's something on my end. Hold on, let me see something. Tim Mike. Shoot, sorry guys. I know some of you guys are watching. Just real quick.
Let me mute out one more time. See what that does.
Okay, you were muted. Try again.
All right, how's that?
That's okay. You go. Just go. Tell your story really quick.
Anyways, my book was based off experience I had when I was an eating disorder, that almost was fatal. eating disorder, just eating disorder, just kind of want to go into it a little bit to it. A lot of it was affected by the fact that my family no money, my parents no money, my parents talked a lot about money. And even as a young child, I was always trying to think of ways to become financially independent, being able to find ways of making more money. When I started college, I go and become an actor, which is ridiculous because acting is a very difficult business, you know, monetarily. So it was also in college that I joined my very first multi-level marketing company. And I wasn't very long until I graduated. I got into a company that I still love, a health and wellness company. But it was I was playing with the same problems that everyone else struggled with. I had to make friends and family. I lived in a small town, kind of away from everyone. That I knew, most of my family, a lot of friends that I had. I would get coffee shop. I found out, a group of people in my company were having meetings. So I would drive all the way to Houston to be a part of these meetings who were my parents and my grandparents, and these are people who had been in the company decade, maybe at most they had made $1,000, $2,000.
Hey, Emily, hold on just a second. Why don't you do this? I hate to do this, but it still is majorly echoing on my end. Can you go out and then come back in?
Yeah, sure.
And then do that. Yeah. Let's do that and come back in. Okay. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, sorry about that, guys. Sometimes, on these Hangouts, they just, they do what they got to do. But anyways, guys, we're going to be going over some stuff and some of the things that there's really been 5 things that I've consistently done that has made me a tremendous amount of income online. Just today, my business did, over $3,000, and this week it's been very profitable, and you absolutely can make that kind of income in a short amount of time if you can follow these steps. And one of the things that people don't realize the power of, because a lot of you right now are on my personal blog. You're on my personal blog, and you can see that on my personal blog and even on Emily's personal blog that the power of how that can make you look like an authority in the marketplace. A lot of people don't understand the power of a blog, and some people do, and some, I know a lot of people that have blogs and they're not profiting any income whatsoever from their blogs, and that has been one thing that has radically shifted my business and even my income online. But before I go on any further, I actually want to kind of kick it back to Emily really quick. Let's see if that echo is gone, and I want to let her talk. So go ahead, Emily.
How does it sound?
Yay! You're good. Awesome.
Okay, yay, awesome. Going back into the story, dealing with the nightmare of, my family not having any money, then dealing with the nightmare of being in an eating disorder, and then later in my late teens, early 20s, the financial nightmares of being an actor, because as an actor, it's like being an independent contractor. You're always looking for more, your next job. And then I joined an MLM business where I would drive all the way to Houston, where there were people in my company that were hosting meetings. I knew to those meetings, trying to join forces together with other people. And these were people who were still struggling. And I honestly think, they were great people. They did not have any direction, and they weren't really sure what they were doing. And I said one time in one meeting, have any of you ever thought about marketing online through the internet? And it scared the crap out of all of them to even think about it. So it was in 2010 that I started looking on how to market online, how to build a business, whether it's direct sales marketing or MLM, network marketing. I was trying to find a way to build a team online, And my nightmare got even worse because I became completely overwhelmed with just a ton of noise. I wouldn't say strategies, because it was just, I was coming in completely green with no one really to show me or to tell me what I needed to be doing. I really had no direction whatsoever, and after a year and a half of that, became completely burnt out. I thought, well, I'll go back to, the traditional way of doing business, which I really didn't want to, calling friends and family and that sort of thing. And it was and I already knew Katie ahead of time. She was a good friend that I met through, a mentor of ours, and I saw that what she was doing online, blogging, and following a very simple 8-step system that was getting her amazing results. Here was someone I knew who had made, over 10K in a month, and was doing it very simply. And I just said, okay, you got to show me what you're doing. At first, I thought she was, well, maybe she's making like $5 a blog post, and then I saw the results she was getting, and I was like, you've got to show me what you're doing. So that's a little bit of my story, my background of getting into the home business, online business world. But I didn't want to take up too much of your time, because I'm really anxious to hear everything that you wanted me to talk about tonight.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, it's totally cool. No, thank you, Emily. And you know how much I love working with you, and this is, I have a really good feeling that this where we're at right now is an awesome place, and North Carolina is going to be a lot of fun, and we're really going to be setting some really good big goals. So we're really excited about these next 90 days. And here's the thing, guys. Let me paint a picture for you really quick. Especially with myself, being in business, for the last 5 years, you kind of get to a point where you really learn. You learn, of course, different skill sets, different strategies, right? Or you even learn how people are, right? You start to learn about different companies. You start to learn about, different commission structures. You start to get smart. That's the thing. Start to get smart. And when you start to understand opportunity, let's just say, one when you see one. That's just it. And we are getting ready to merge one of the greatest things that could ever happen in any industry, and it's going to literally change the way people do business. It really is. It's going to change the way people do business. And only those that lock arms with us and actually come with us to North Carolina at the end of this month, July 26th to the 30th, are going to actually know what that is. So if you want to lock arms with us, there is a link below this video and below this blog, and that can lead you to locking arms with us and kicking some butt. So, and did I say July? I'm sorry, June 26th to 30th. It's the end of this month. My bad. Thank you, Emily. Okay, so let's get down into it. How can you make $3,000 to $4,000 online in the next, what, 72 hours, 3 days? Can you do that in like 3 to 4 days? I don't know. Can you? That's the thing. I can do it. I don't know if you can do it, right? So I'm just going to walk through you just some simple steps that can drastically shift your life. And the very first step, as I was talking about earlier, is the first thing you do is you want to get a customized blog. You really do. Especially if you're a business owner, a small business owner, or a home business owner, and you do not have a blog, you're crazy. You are crazy if you don't have a blog. You know what? And you don't even have to get all fancy, especially with this one. Oh my gosh. Now, I built my first blog on my own, and I had to get WordPress themes. I had to get all these plugins. I had to get all these different things. I mean, before I knew it, to build my own blog, I was like $1,000 deep, you know? And if I knew what I knew now with what I have now, what I work with, oh my gosh, my life would have been so much easier, because you could pay $25 for a blog, right? And you can customize it, right? You can change out the colors. I actually have a guy who I have a good relationship with on Fiverr. $5, change out a banner, look all professional, right? And just get yourself set up to where, now there are some specific things that I do with this blog. When I help people brand themselves, right? You want to help people really put together good headlines, right? So there's a strategy to putting a good banner together, but it's pretty simple. And I help a lot of people, say, hey, if there's one thing I've learned how to do, and it's a killer skill set, is I've learned how to spit out headlines. I don't know why I'm good at headlines. I'm not saying I'm a master at them. I'm still learning how to write good ones, but I've just learned how to because of this training, I've just learned how to spit out quick headlines. And you just spit out a headline, the target market, that the industry that you want to talk to, and just put it together. Boom, done. It literally takes seconds. Once you have the banner and you change out some colors, and then you want to put up a nice customized domain name, right? And what's that? Well, if you're watching this and you have no experience online, I'm not going to get into the technical aspect of a lot of things because it's not something that you need to learn. I mean, you do, but it's not something that I need to talk about. I need to talk about the basics of how you can really make $3,000 or $4,000 in the next 72 hours. Well, the first thing that you want to do is you want to put yourself up a customized blog, okay? And then the second thing that you want to do, right, is you want to create a way that you can put together or a way that you can build subscribers, right? So when you have a blog, when someone comes to your blog, why do you have a blog? Well, you have a blog for many reasons. One of the biggest reasons, though, is a blog is there to create content. It's a way to create value, and it's a way also too to for people to get to know, like, and trust you. It is, and I know a lot of people that they're online that they want to just fast forward to making all this money online, which you can do, but they don't really want to. They want to hide behind the computer. And it's not like that online. Now, there are some skill sets, and I do know people that make a tremendous amount of income online that really don't have to show themselves that much, right? They really have themselves automated. But that's a whole other skill set. And it took them good 10 years to learn it. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there, and especially if you have a business now, who the heck knows who you are, right? If you're struggling getting clients, getting customers, bringing in sales, having a blog is radically going to change your life. I mean, it just is. It's going to help you get more clients. It's going to help you, like, the more value that you create in the marketplace, right, the result of that will be increase of conversions and sales, right? So what value do you bring to the marketplace, right? And that's what a blog is for. And then you want to be able to, so as people go to your blog, you want to have some kind of call to action, right? You want to have some kind of way where people can, and I'll show you what I'm talking about after I'm done explaining it. You want to have a way that people can opt in, give you their email so you can develop a relationship with them. You are a online Groupon. You are. And if you are a part of Groupon, what does Groupon do? They email you how many times a day? About 7 or 8, right? And you might delete some of them, you might ignore some of them, but then you might come across one, you're like, oh, an iPad case for $10. I think I might buy that, right? Or a hairbrush. Oh, man, it's only $5. I might as well get like 10 of those, and I could use those as a gift at the next Christmas party. You know what I'm saying? That's what Groupon's really great for. Or you can find good deals on vacations or whatever you want to do, right? Or out to dinner, or you're like, oh, I've got some, some spinning classes, I can get a discount, or a massage for $25. Cool, boom, I'm going to buy that, right? That's pretty much what you want to do, right? Except they're creating value through saving money, right? You're creating value through the industry that you're wanting to speak to. Now, one of the industries that we speak to, and I speak to stay-at-home moms. I speak to also some executive moms because I was an executive. I ran companies for many years, and so I know that aspect of it too. So I really speak to that corporate executive mom who is, tired of working 60, 70 hours a week, and she doesn't know if she really wants to step out and be an entrepreneur, but she knows that she's tired of her schedule being taken by other people and other companies and not going to her family. She didn't know what she was going to do. She just knew that she had to do something else, especially when she found herself on unemployment with a company that was getting ready to go out of business, right? So during that time frame of, right, and so I can relate to people with what? Unemployment. So what kind of value can I bring to the marketplace as I create a customized blog, right? And start having a call to action to talk to subscribers, right? Is with unemployment, I can talk about that pain. And when you talk about that pain, when you tell genuine stories, people can connect with you, right? You're speaking to a particular person, and when you speak to a particular person, people begin to trust you, right? And, at the bottom of a lot of my blogs, and I'll show you, I'm like, P.S., if you want to learn how to blog and make money from home, while you're on unemployment, click here. That's your call to action. And then you want to segment, okay, which is the next step, okay? You want to segment. And this is where I used to fight this. I used to resist this. Because here's the truth, guys. Online, you can build tons of blogs. And actually, the more targeted of the niche, the better, right? The more targeted of the niche, the better. Because if I'm just talking to someone on unemployment, that's different than talking to a stay-at-home mom, right? The stay-at-home mom may have never had a job and just always have been home, and her family was her full-time job, right? She never really had to work outside the home. So those are two totally different markets, right? So when you segment, meaning when you narrow in who you're talking to through the email, right? Through the email. So when someone puts in their email and they go to, it goes into your what's called an autoresponder. That autoresponder should be talking and segmenting, speaking to that market specifically, right? Now, in many cases, like with what this system does, right, it helps you make money from home. So there is a general, a lot of people want to make money from home, right? A lot of people want to make money from home. So we could be talking to a lot of people, right? How do you narrow that down? Well, this is the next thing you want to do, which is number 4, is you want to narrow down your target, but your target is you or a product or a service, right? Whatever it is, here's what you need to do. I don't care what company you have. This is so critical that if you don't do this, and if you don't, you can even do this and still screw this up. So what do you need to do so you don't screw this up? Because what I'm about to tell you is the biggest nugget that everybody overlooks, even I overlooked, okay, is you need to sit down and you need to write down who you are in third person. You do. You need to write down who you are in third person. Because when you do this, and you need to name this person, but don't name it you. You need to name the person. Who are you speaking to? You're speaking to a person, not a people. When you speak to the person, you will draw a people, because there's always that's how you attract people to you, right? But you must segment these emails specifically to, like, for example, okay, let me give you an example. If I want to attract someone who is struggling getting leads or sales in their current home business, I am going to target companies, other home business companies. And when I segment, or when I put together either a blog post or a capture page, which I'll show you here in a second, I want to speak specifically to that person struggling with the name of that company, right? And I need to put, when they opt into my list, right, when they subscribe into my list, after I create some kind of value to help them solve their problem, which is number 5, when I help them solve their problem, right, I have to segment and talk to them about that problem and about that person in that company. And then another thing I do as I'm solving that problem, which is number 6, is I put together what's called a lead magnet, okay? And what's a lead magnet? Well, it could be like a gift or an offer, or it can be like some kind of mind map or ebook or something to help them solve their problem. And it's so, how do you put stuff like that together? Well, let me just tell you, I use a virtual assistant. I outsource a lot of different things that I do. I don't do all my personal stuff. Now, I create the idea, but I don't always personally do it. And I'll have someone put together, or you can put together bids. Like, you can go to odesk.com, freelancer, you know, and you can bid, you know, say, hey, I'll pay someone, you know, $20 or $25 to put together, this is what I need the content to look like, and you can talk to those people that know how to do that kind of stuff. So you would specifically look for people inside of that website that already know how to put those products together, right? I'm putting another one together right now, actually 2 of them. And why am I doing that? Because I want to create value in the marketplace. I want to give somebody something free so they can, and it's going to help their business. It's not going to be something crappy for free. It's going to be something really good for free, right? And so I put together a lead magnet. I do, right? And then what else do I do? What's number 7? Is I follow up with them. Have you ever heard that the fortune's in the follow-up? Now, here's the cool thing about email, right? Here's the cool thing about online, is that you can do this through email. You don't have to pick up the phone. You can just keep building a subscriber list, and you can keep emailing every single day, right, to create value, to create an offer, and to communicate with them and build a relationship. And then number 8, you know what I do is, it's kind of a combination of a lot of things. I video market, right? So I put videos together on creating value of how I can help people, right? And then I headline it, and it's like, I set my intention. Every time I do a video, like, you know, I put this together last minute. And how cool is that? Like, boom, we can be live on YouTube, on my blogs. I send it out through my email. I posted it on social media, right? Now it's blasted all over the place, and we have a bunch of viewers that keep coming on, that's watching. How cool is that? Guys, these steps can radically change your life. They can. And I don't care what business that you have, but these 8 steps that I've pretty much narrowed it down to can shift any business. Now, if you're someone that you're like, you're just at this point, and let me just kind of describe this person, okay? You might be this person where you might have been online for a little while. Or you might have a current business where you're struggling, right? You're struggling getting clients, you're struggling getting leads, you're struggling you know, with rejection, you're struggling trying to make things happen, you're going into debt, you're going into further credit card debt. You're lost. You don't have any direction, right? I'm really talking to that person who you're almost embarrassed that you haven't created any kind of success in your life, right? Or maybe you are that person that's watching this that you're struggling in your job, and your job or your boss or the people that you work with is causing stress in your family life. And you're working 60, 70 hours a week. Your kids are in daycare 60, 70 hours a week. Maybe you're that person. And you're like, gosh, I would love to be able to just leave this environment and step into something greater than me. Well, here's the thing. We have a system in place where we have a training, right? And here's what I love about our training. And we actually have a marketing system where if you get all the training, right? If you get all the training, you can actually get a business assistant with that. How cool is that? What does that mean? Well, we have a marketing platform where we follow these steps that I just talked about, and I'll go over them again, where if you have all the training, right, if you invest in all of our training, you can make back 100% of those commissions if you follow these steps in order to create value in the marketplace for people to join you in your business, right? But technically, you can do these steps with any business. You really can. You can do these steps with any business, I promise you. And you can be profiting a tremendous amount of income in just a few short days if you just follow these steps, right? But our system is set up that when you get all the training, right, and we're getting ready to launch a system where you're actually going to get a business assistant with that, and this business assistant is actually going to be able to close business for you. They already know this training. So as you're learning all this, as you're learning how to market, as you're learning how to blog, as you're learning how to collect subscribers, as you're learning how to do videos, as you're learning how to understand your target market, right? And this might seem like a lot, but it's really not. And let me tell you, these skill sets will radically change your life. So here's the thing. This training, it's a combination of high tech and high touch. And when you put it together along with these steps, and you follow exactly these steps, in the next 72 hours, I can show you how you can literally make $3,000 or $4,000. Now, once again, income disclaimer, I'm not going to guarantee it. I'm not going to guarantee it, okay? But what are some of the things that I do to make that happen? Well, let me just, here, let me show you something really quick. And Emily, let me know if you see my screen.
Yep.
You do?
Sure do.
Okay. Let me get rid of that. Okay, kind of get rid of some stuff. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Okay. Okay. Let me pull up a new window. Okay. I'm going to go to my blog. And right now on my blog, right, you guys are probably on my blog, it's live, and I was able to just, if you click on this, you'll see me live talking on my blog. Now, I have, and just so you know, if you guys are like fed up and you're frustrated and you're on my blog, I want you to click this and go ahead and get started. And this is what we'll do. We'll get you a little customized banner, okay? We'll customize your blog. We'll make it all about you. We'll create some headlines for you, right? Actually, if you do that right now, if you go and get started and pay $25, I'll show you how to do all that stuff. I will. Look, we'll get a nice little headline banner for you here, whatever your story is. I'll teach you how to do that, right? And we'll do all that, guys. And guys, you get something like this up, right? This is radically going to shift your business. It really is. I don't care what business it is, or if you're looking to make money online, you know what I mean? This is what you need. This is where you want to start. And then I have ways, right? There are ready-made what you call capture pages, and this is one of them. Let me click on one of them. Right? Okay, so here's a capture page. So I have a call to action for them to enter in an email. And then what do? Well, I follow up with them through an autoresponder that I work with. And I segment, so this email that is going to talk about, you know, so when they get the welcome email, right, it says something like, you know, thank you for requesting information on how to make the $1,000 day formula, right? And why do I segment that? Because I want to speak directly to that person that just opted in. So guys, you have to. The thing is about the formula online. The thing is, it's called a sales funnel, and these sales funnels have to be congruent. If they're not congruent, then you're going to lose people. Okay? It goes all the way from the blog to the capture page to the email, the segmented email, right? Which is the target market. and then you have to solve a problem, and then you want to be able to give them something away for free, right, which is number 6, which is called a lead magnet. Then you want to follow up with them through this particular message because that is what they want. And then you want to do some videos and do some video blogs, right? I do video blogs all the time. And I'll just do blogs on whatever, right? And what I do, when I follow up with them, I send them directly to my blog. Why? Because when you come to my blog, you're getting to know who I am, right? And if you know who I am, I'm someone who's very bold. I'm all about entrepreneurship. I'm all about coaching people. I'm all about stepping into your greatness. I'm all about teaching people that you have it in you to be successful. Okay? That you have it in you to be successful. You do. You have it in you to be successful. And I'm so passionate about teaching people how to rise up higher than themselves, right? When you step outside of let's just say your challenges. Maybe you have challenges in the home or challenges in your job or challenges in your business. When I can teach you how to set that aside and lay a foundation for yourself online, you follow these steps and you get all the training. Listen, you get all the training, here's what's going to happen, right? And you get to work on all these things in the next 72 hours if you are focused and you follow these steps. And like, for example, here's the thing. Check this out. There is a lady that got all the training yesterday. She got all the training. She did what's called a solo ad. And let me just kind of pop out of here, okay? She did what's called a solo ad. And this is something when you get all the training, this is exactly what I did when I started growing my business. What's a solo ad? Well, basically, she spent like $35 to buy some traffic, right? So she wanted to get some paid advertising. She got 53 people to opt into her blog. Actually, she sent out her blog, and then one person signed up out of those 53 people, right? And if that person decides to get all the training, you can make $3,000 or $4,000 just like that. You can make some income. So here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. She started, right? She just did this yesterday. She put up a customized blog, right? I forgot I'm not showing my screen. She did what was called a solo ad, which is the training inside of the system, right? Inside of the system. What's a solo ad? A solo ad is basically where you can exchange some money, you can give money to someone that already has a ready-made list of subscribers that is looking for what you have, okay? And you know what they'll do? They'll even put all the ad together for you. That's what you're paying them to do, right? Now there's steps to do that. There's ways to do that, right? They'll put all that together for you. She got 53 opt-ins and one person signed up. But here's what I'm gonna offer you tonight. Okay, here's what I'm gonna offer you tonight. If you're someone that maybe you're sitting on the fence in life and you haven't really fully committed to anything. You haven't really fully said, you know what, I am ready to radically change my life. Financially is one of them, but I just want a new way of life. I want to travel the world. I want to see and do things that I've never done before. I want to start thinking better. You know, I really am. I'm your visionary leader, as you can see that on here. I'm your visionary leader. I'm here to help you birth your dreams. I'm here to help you birth your vision. And one of the things that I am going to throw out there as a bonus tonight is if you get started tonight, right, if you get started right now, I actually have something that's called a traffic rotator. And I will take your link. We got to get everything set up, okay? We got to get your blog set up. We got to get your capture pages set up. We got to get your marketing system set up, okay? That's something that you're going to have to do. But if you get your blog started tonight, what I'll do is I will personally take your link, put it in my traffic rotator, and I won't take it out till you get a sign up, okay? If you're someone that says, Katie, I am dead serious. I want to make $3,000 or $4,000 in the next 3 to 4 days, 72 hours. Here's what you want to do. You want to click on that link right here below this video. Okay, you want to click on that link. You want to make a decision. You want to pull out your credit card. You want to pay the $25. There's an all-in bundle where you get a massive discount, okay, a massive discount. And we are going to go to work directly on these steps. We're going to get everything set up. We're going to start driving some traffic, and we'll start showing you how quickly you can start making income. But you got to be fully committed. You got to be fully committed. And you also need to meet me in Charlotte at the end of this month, June 26th through 30th. I already have a 2-bedroom suite. If you're a female, you can crash in there, okay? If you're a male, then we have a whole bunch of team members we can hook you up with that you can crash with somebody else. I'm actually driving there. It's only a 7-hour drive. I decided to drive it. I thought, you know what, it's not a big deal. And besides, I'm working on some people here that are probably going to go with me. And I thought, you know, let's just make a drive out of it, you know? So here's the thing. If you're someone that's like, Katie, you know what, I'm so sick and tired of my life. I'm sick and tired of not getting any results in my business, or I'm sick and tired of being frustrated in my job. I'm sick and tired of being frustrated with my boss. I'm sick and tired of my kids being in daycare 60 to 70 hours a week, which is what my daughter was. Listen, there's a button below. There's a button below, and I want you to click that link. And I want you to go ahead and get started, and there's an all-in bundle that is going to position you to make $3,000 really fast, okay? If not 4, because here's the thing. This ends tomorrow, Friday, June 6th at 2 p.m. If you don't take advantage of it by then it's another $1,000, okay? But what does that mean? That just increases your ability to make another $1,000, but you're going to have to pay it, right? You're going to have to pay it. And that's a massive discount. After 7 days total, okay, this goes away forever. This goes away forever. But you're going to be positioned to have a full-time business assistant, okay? You're going to be positioned to have a full-time business assistant that is already trained with this system to train people. So all you got to do is drive the traffic, and they're going to close deals for you in your business, okay? Once again, income disclaimer, I'm not going to guarantee any results. But within the next 72 hours, I can show you how fast, if you're serious, you're going to click that link below. You're going to go ahead and pull out your credit card. You're going to get started. You're going to get the all-in bundle that ends at 2 p.m. tomorrow, okay, which is June 6th, which is a Friday, okay? You can get that all-in bundle, get a massive discount, and we are going to go through these 8 steps, and we're going to get your customized blog up and running. We're going to get it in the traffic rotator, start driving you some traffic until you at least get a sign-up, okay? And get your business moving. So guys, here's the thing. We're at the top of the hour, and I know we started a little bit late, but I actually have to jump on another webinar. We have been massively helping a lot of people and just creating a lot of value in the marketplace, and you can leverage that. As I do these hangouts, you can invite people to these hangouts, and all you got to do is say, listen to her, and if they want to get started, they will join you, right? They will join you. So here's the thing. These 8 steps that I went over, which is create a customized blog, get some subscribers, learn how to segment, target market, solve a problem, create a lead magnet, follow up, and then video market. And these are all things, guys, inside of this system that can teach you how to start generating massive amounts of income with this system or with any business. With any business, I promise you that. So here's the thing. There's a link here, right? Click that link, pull out your credit card, get started, and if you're someone that says, Katie, I want to be making $3,000 to $4,000 in the next 72 hours, then you're going to get the all-in bundle. We're going to get your marketing system set up. When that launches, you're going to have your business assistant, okay? It's going to launch over the next couple of weeks, and we're going to start driving some serious traffic. So, friends, I hope that this opened your eyes to what you could be doing online and how you can radically change your life. But here's the thing. You got to be hot or cold. You can't be sitting on the fence. You can't be sitting on the fence. If you sit on the fence, you'll get splinters in your butt. You really will. You have to make a decision. If you're frustrated with your life, you have to do it now, right? You have to click a link now. You have to fill out that form now, right now. It's $25 to get in. Then you want to get the all-in bundle. You're now going to position yourself, right? You're going to position yourself to make a tremendous amount of income, okay? So those are the exact steps, guys. Get started, right? I got to jump on another webinar. Get started. You can You can, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I'll put my link here. It's on my blog, okay? It's on my blog too, right? You just click my Facebook. You can, Emily, you can put your Facebook up there if you want to type your Facebook in there so they can friend you on Facebook. If you have any questions, look, reach out to me. But I'm looking for people that want to run, because here's the thing, guys. There's something that's going to happen at the end of this month in Charlotte. And those that are going to be there, they're going to be a part of an elite group that over the next 90 days, they're not even going to recognize their life. I am ready. I am primed. I've got stamina. I've got energy. I've got things set aside. I've got BS out of my way. And I'm ready to put all of my heart into you. I am. But you got to want to put all your heart into this, into your dreams, into your vision, into making things happen. That's what I'm here for. I've never been more committed in my life. I promise you that. And Emily can tell you that. She knows it. She knows that this is the most committed I've ever been. The most committed. Even before I started this business, I wasn't this committed. I'm committed now. It's a new commitment. It's a new genesis. It's a new wave of leadership. And I promise you, over the next 6 to 12 months, there's going to be 100 to 200 new millionaires. Will you be one of them? Again, I can't guarantee that. But if you pull out your credit card and say, you know what, Katie, I'm done with this bull crap. I am, even though I've taken some risks and I've failed in the past, I am ready to do this. This is either going to work or it's going to work. That's who I'm looking to run with. I am more committed than ever. So click that link right now, get started, and as soon as I see you in my back office, put your best number there. You and I are going to get on the phone, and we're going to map out a plan. And over the next 72 hours, we're going to take some massive action to radically change your life. So, guys, make it happen, all right? And I'll see you guys in Charlotte. Other than that, this is done. God bless you. Love you. And I'll see you soon.